Hey YouTube, Bob here, and today we're going to be talking about why I like high impact weapons. So if you've watched my stream before, if you've seen my YouTube videos, you can tell that typically I really don't like to use the meta. And believe it or not, this isn't just a, oh fuck the meta, I'm not that kind of guy. This actually is, I prefer a certain type of weapon. And those type of weapons are usually high impact. And since we're talking about this, no, I don't hate the meta, but the high impact weapons that I like are, for example, the Duke MK44. This is about as far from meta as you can get. It's an aggressive, high damage, high recoil frame, and it does 91 to the head. It's a 110 RPM, 91 to the head, 50 to the body. It allows me to one head and two body shot kill most Guardians, which gives me a really big D1 feel. I really enjoy knowing that I only have to hit one headshot to still get a 3-tap with it. It really allows for consistent time to kill. A 150, like a Spare Rations, technically has a faster time to kill than me with 3 headshots, but you have to get 3 headshots. If this guy hits 2 headshots in one body, I will actually have a faster time to kill than they will, because they have to shoot 4 bullets and they can't do that in the same time that I can shoot 3. That being said, I actually wrote a list out for you guys to point out all the benefits to using high impact weapons. Number one, one of the best reasons for using high impact weapons is that they typically have a completely broken range stat. Look at this Duke. The range is almost as high as the impact, and the impact is almost full. It's literally, I believe that this Duke is a 88 range stat, according to Dim. 88 range. Look at this Spare Rations I've got. This isn't the best Spare Rations, but it's the best one that I could farm. It has ricochet rounds, and it doesn't even have half of the range. It doesn't have a range masterwork, so you could add 10 there if you want. But like, just to show you guys the difference there, the Duke supposedly has double the range of this hand cannon. So that just blows my mind. Let's look at these auto rifles. This half Dan D literally has 100 range. Literally. It's maxed out. I can't actually get any more range, and that's not even the masterwork. This Gnawing Hunger is probably like 55 or 60 range, you know? So this Transfiguration Scout, like it's a scout rifle, but it's got extremely high range. A lot of the scouts, for example, this No Feelings, it only has half the range stat as the Transfiguration. This Pulse has high range. And I don't have any other pulses, but you get the picture. Typically, the range stat on the higher impact weapons is much greater. Number 2, hard flinch. A lot of times, I don't actually have this confirmed, so take this with a grain of salt, but the rumor is that the high impact weapons actually flinch you much greater than the low impact ones. So if I'm holding a sniper and aiming at you, and you hit me with a Duke, it's gonna deviate my aim a certain amount. If you hit me with a Spare Rations, it's going to deviate my aim less than if you had hit me with a big bullet from the Duke. Moving on, high impact weapons are especially good because each individual bullet does a lot more damage. For example, if I am only going to have the chance to shoot one bullet, right? Like if I'm running around the corner or he's running around the corner and I've only got the time to shoot one bullet, this bullet is going to do 91 if I hit him in the head. A Spare Rations is only going to do 68. A full kill. So if I hit 2 bodies, right now I could kill Smokey. He's all the way at the O of his name. This one bullet would kill him because of the Duke's high impact. The Spare Rations wouldn't even come close. You have to break the shields. So one big advantage I have is he doesn't have the alert on screen of his shield breaking. So I'll actually kill him. Sorry, Smokey, I'm going to kill you. What armor do you have, you bastard? You're not making this video easy. He's got too high armor for this. No. But typically that would kill him, and his shield breaking noise would never happen. So just all of a sudden he's just dead, and he didn't even realize that his shield broke. So moving on, finishing off low enemies, for example, as they're leaving like that. That's another big benefit. The next one is better team shots. So for example, if me and Smokey are sitting here team shotting, right? If we've got a couple people aiming the same spot, if we all shoot one bullet from a Duke, that's gonna most likely kill you. Like, you're gonna do 91s to the heads and 50s to the body, and it's got much better range as opposed to a 150, for example, spare rations. It's only gonna do 68 per person, so you're gonna need all 3 people to hit headshots in order to get that instant kill. Where with a Duke or any other high impact weapons, you're doing a lot more damage. So even if you don't finish them off, as a team, you're going to bring them extremely low, much lower than if you're using just 150 shots. The very last thing that I have for you guys is the more damage to damage buffs. So mathematically, the Rampage, Kill Clip, Multi-Kill Clip, Inertia Override, Empowering Melee, mathematically, all of these buffs are going to literally do more for a high impact weapon than they are for a low impact weapon. So that being said, you see here, we've got 91. I pull up my calculator. 91. That's the amount of damage this Duke does to the head. If we add a 1 stack of Rampage, which is 10%, so we'll do it times 1.1, this bullet now does 100.1 damage. So minus the original 91, we added 9.1 damage. That's nice and simple. A real clean mathematical system here. We're adding 9 damage to the bullet. Where 68 is the amount a spare rations does, times 1.1 is going to make it go up to 74.8, which, if you realize, that doesn't change the time to kill. We're going to minus the original 68, and it only added 6.8. Makes sense, which is 10%. So you're adding more damage for every shot. And the bigger your buff, the bigger difference this makes. For example, my Duke's 91, if you add a kill clip, a 1.3, 91 times 1.3, you're getting a 118.3 per bullet. Minus the 91, we're adding 27 damage to the bullet. And I just did this math earlier with the spare ration. 68 times 1.3 minus 68 equals only 20. So I'm already on top of that. Now that I'm at kill clip, that 30% damage buff is actually adding 7 more damage per shot than it was with the spare rations, which is significant. Like, that's a 118 to the head is a big deal. It is a big deal. This works with headshots, body shots, obviously. It works with all these things. But this leads to my actual biggest point, which I thought I said the biggest point was range, but I'm remembering now the real biggest point is that high impact weapons, just the tiniest amount of damage buff will increase the time to kill, or will slow down, or will shrink. It'll kill you faster. So the bullets to kill for the Duke is 3. That has X time to kill. For example, if I get a 10% damage buff from 1 stack of Rampage, it allows my Duke to do 100 to the head, which means it's a 2-tap, which greatly speeds up the time to kill. I only need 2 bullets to kill you now instead of 3, which puts me ahead of all other hand cannons. Put me ahead of Ace of Spades, puts me ahead of Spare Rations, puts me ahead of Not Forgotten back in the day. Okay? So this applies for all types of weapons. This applies for pulse rifles, high impact pulses. They do 33 to the head, which means 2 full bursts won't quite kill you, depending on your armor, obviously. But with 1 stack of Rampage, only 10% buff, a 2-tap will kill you. It will kill you. So you tend to find that spare rations, for example, the time to kill will not change with kill clip. You're doing 74 to the head, and what's 30% of 43, whatever. You still have to hit 3 bullets to kill with the spare rations, even with kill clip. You still have to hit 3 bullets. That doesn't change the time to kill at all. All that does is make it easier to hit. You can hit one headshot, 2 bodies now. Great, that's what my Duke's been doing the whole time. It's slightly faster, but it has half the range, and the damage buffs just don't do as much. So there you have it. I believe that's all. Smokey's been in the call with me. Do you remember anything else I had, Smokey? No? Okay.
No.
So I believe that's all. I made a nice list here of why I like high impact weapons more. Let me know what you guys think. I know it's not a common thought process. I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me, but this is why I like high impact weapons. They have tons of bonus effects. Like, for example, the shotgun increases rate of fire after kill. So lots of other things. For example, this Hard Truce has an aggressive frame, and it literally deals bonus damage at close range. I believe I'm doing... What am I doing here? Why do I not have a damage number? Hacks! What the fuck? 22?
I'm not getting damage numbers, but I'm getting hit.
22? I'm so lost. I am so lost. But there you have it. So thanks for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the notification bell, turn those notifications on, and we'll see you next time.